So MBK Guarantee are a subsidiary of the MBK Group. MBK Guarantee are a independent subsidiary who act as a financial company. So they're not registered as a bank, they're registered as a private financial unit. MBK Guarantee typically get their customers from where banks can't lend to people. So foreigners come to MBK. It's different from a mortgage to the Thai Bank, yeah. So for foreigners, this is the confusing thing, but for foreigners, MBK will not give them money to buy that condo. So they have to use, some people invest in many properties. So they may come to MBK and say, I want to buy this property. I want you to give me money to buy. And we say, we cannot do that because you're a foreigner. And there is foreign exchange transaction regulations.
Okay.
But we might ask, do you own any other property in Thailand? If they own other property, then we say, well, we can mortgage your other property, and then you will receive money in your Thai bank, and then you can use your money. They can lend to a Thai company with a foreigner as a director. They can lend to Thai people, but if a foreigner is buying a condo in his name or her name, they have to buy the condo first and then do equity release.
Okay.
So it's not good for everyone, because some people, they will buy their first property.
Yeah.
They're like, I need money. We go, well, we can't give you money. You have to find money somewhere else. Use that money, buy the condo, and then MBK will lend you money. It's only freehold property. Leasehold we cannot do. So we tried with leasehold for because there's lots of nice leasehold projects.
Yes.
But leasehold is impossible.
Example, the second-hand condo they own, it doesn't matter 10 years or 20 years, they just submit to you and then you can consider.
Consider, yeah. The first consideration is very informal, like in terms of we look at, if it's an older building, say 20, over 10 years, but it depends on the quality. We'll look to see photos, and if the property is in good condition, then the age isn't so important. But the first thing is we just check the location and make sure it's not too far away from any transport links or tourist areas. So location is the most important thing, and they've approved buildings that are 30 years old. The new buildings are very easy to approve. The old ones it's more dependent on the location. And one of the key criteria that I inform clients is normally the board want properties to be valued above, say, 50,000 baht per square meter. Then the property should be fine. If it's below that, then we have to look at other things like location.
50% of the loan can release to them.
Maximum 50%, yeah. That's based on the independent valuation. The minimum is 1 year, the maximum is 10 years. There's nothing longer than 10 years for normal clients. But sometimes we have lots of clients who maybe have had the loan for 5 years and they want more money, particularly during COVID, they might want more money, but they can come back to MBK and refinance or ask to extend and stuff. So during the term, as long as the customer has a good repayment record, then MBK are quite flexible and can extend things or help them refinance their case. No, don't need to be married, don't need to have a work permit. They can work in any country. They can have income from any source of income. So there's any nationality is fine. There's no restrictions on the person or where they live or work. As long as they can show the documents to show that they have the income, then they're fine.
For example, the minimum salary, the customer come to loan with you, you have to be like 150k or something else?
No, it's not. I know it's not like UOB with that. So MBK is a lot more flexible with this. You borrow 1 million for 10 years, 0% balloon payment. You're paying 13,100 per month. So in order to have a customer approved for that loan, you'd be looking at around about 26 to 30,000 baht minimum income to get approved.
You just check their statement.
Just check, we check what their proven income is. So if if they have a contract of employment, that's easy because it shows their income. But some people have many forms of income. So every document that they show us that proves that income, so they have rental agreements, so they get rental income, they have income from employment, they have income from businesses, income from dividends. We accept all of those as forms of income. They're quite flexible with the income.
Okay, flexible, which means the interest rate also flexible or not?
Unfortunately not, no. They're very flexible on getting cases approved, but the interest rate is not. We always ask the board for the highest loan amount, the best interest, but normally it comes back to that same one, so I keep it as that.
So the average is around 7 or nearly 8%.
MLR plus 2.4 now is like 7.87%. Plus 2.4 applies to only first mortgages for customers for properties transferred within the last 30 to 60 days. And then most people will be on plus 3.4, so that's 8.87% per year.
Okay.
And that is non-negotiable.
But if compared with a credit card or something else, still better, right?
It's a lot better than a credit card, yeah. I mean, and again, compared to Thai banks, Thai banks will have a better rates, but MBK aren't competing with a Thai bank. So if people can go to Thai banks, they will use a Thai bank because a Thai bank is cheaper, different product. But there's so many people, mostly foreigners, but also Thais, who can't access other forms of lending. So that's where MBK come in, offering a good solution from a publicly listed company that helps as many people as possible.
At least they have option, not like no way to walk.
And you said not like going to black market, and this is a big company that is listed on the stock exchange that everyone knows, has a good name and a good reputation. Is not too expensive at all. It has prices that are more expensive than Thai banks, but as a private lender, are certainly better than other black market options or other lending options. The front end fee, we ask them to pay 50% of the front end fee, so half of the normal front end fee, as kind of a deposit, which is refundable. Basically, so when they submit an application, before the credit team will present this to the board, the customer has to pay half of the upfront fee to allow them to process. And team present this to the board, and the board approve the customer's loan request, but then the customer cancels just because for some reason, then MBK do not refund that fee. Before the customer submits an application, we will send like an example, predicted illustration of the loan. So we show the loan amount that we will go to the board and ask for. We will show what the interest rate should be, what all the fees will be, and the customer, if he wants to proceed, he's saying, okay, I'm happy with that kind of loan. Then we go to the board, and if the board approve that loan that we've shown the customer, and the customer then cancels, he loses that fee. If the board change the approval, if the board reject, the money goes back to the customer. If the board maybe say, actually, we don't want to give that higher loan, we want to reduce the loan, then we go back to the customer and say, do you want to accept the lower loan, or do you want to cancel and you'll get your fee back? So any changes to what we discussed with the customer, if he doesn't want to proceed, then he gets the fee. The half of the upfront fee that we charge at the start is more of, let's just say, an application fee. To submit the application before they're approved, they have to pay the valuation. City, like if it's in Phuket or Hoi Hin, there will be a small inspection fee as well, like 2,500 baht or 5,000 baht. They pay that before they can get the loan approved. The valuation fee and inspection fee, even if the loan is rejected, they lose that money because that's paid to different companies. But all the other fees that are listed on here, they come into effect once the loan's approved. So they're all built into the loan.
Which means, for example, the condominium amount around 10 million, 50% goes to 5 million. But after deduct all the fee, and then that will be around 4.8.
Something like that, that's a very rough example, but normally it works out to be about 4.85. So so everything's deducted from the loan. So rather than the client pay lots of different fees insurance, stamp duty, the land department, everything is built into MBK's loan, so that it makes it a lot easier. Fire insurance and life insurance are both mandatory, so there's no option on those.
Life insurance also mandatory?
Life insurance is mandatory, that's added onto the loan amount and covers the loan amount for the term of the loan. So the only people that can't have the life insurance is American citizens.
The rest of the country are okay?
The rest of the countries are fine, yeah. We're talking about, so the documents that are submitted, the only language that's accepted is Thai or English. Lots of countries, so China, the documents, if they're in Chinese, they will have to be translated, and it can't be just a person translating, it has to be translated by someone that's registered as an official translator. So you can begin the application from overseas, you can do everything. You can get the loan approved, everything can be done, and it's only when they have to sign the loan agreements that they would have to fly here, if they come from overseas or whatever, they have to come into this office, sign everything here for that one day, and then they can leave, and then they can give POA, to power of attorney, to someone to do the land department for them. So yeah, that's quite easy as well, but there's only one day that they have to be here.
Okay, here in Bangkok?
Here in Bangkok. For the land department dates, someone from MBK always has to go from the MBK legal department, but the customer also normally has to go himself or give power of attorney to someone else, but not someone in MBK. So they can give power of attorney to a lawyer, they can give power of attorney to their friend. So their friend can take the title deed, or the customer can give the title deed to us when they sign the loan agreements here. They will meet the customer's power of attorney at the land department.
Yes.
They will do everything there, they will register the mortgage on the back of the title deed, and then the MBK legal representative will return to Bangkok with the title deed again, the original title deed, and the team here will deposit the loan check into the customer's bank account.
Okay. But in the land office, they still need to show the FBT one more time, or not really?
No, because the property's already in their name, so none of that's relevant. There's no foreign exchange transaction questions.
No request one more time.
Nothing like that. No. So that's why it's a lot easier. When we're doing the equity release, there's no questions about where's the money come from. They know that they've already registered the sale, so the sale's done. So they've already checked the foreign exchange transaction forms for the customer. All MBK are doing is registering the mortgage and paying Thai baht to the customer's bank account.
Get the loan approval, you then need to have the guarantor, like from Thai side, or any reference from overseas?
No.
Just them alone?
Just them alone, yeah. So if they own the condo, just one person in one name, they come, they apply for the loan, they provide their income documents, bank statements, and then they sign as the borrower, and that's it.
There's many people who come to retire in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
For those retirement visa, they probably already invest some property for rent, and some other stay by themselves.
Yeah.
For example, the one customer, 65 years old, and maybe have some income retirement fee or something. Yeah. But you will consider that kind of a case?
That's fine. There's a maximum. There's a lending cap of 70 years old.
70 years.
70. So if someone's 65, they would only be able to borrow for 5 years. But they can also use a family member, a partner, someone younger than them. So even if someone's over 70 and owns property, if they have like a younger son, or they have a younger family member, or a partner, or a wife, or a husband that's maybe a bit younger than them, the owner of the property, the 71-year-old, can apply for the loan, but they will use their wife, husband, someone younger as a guarantor. And then if that guarantor is 50 years old, that means they can apply for a loan of 10 years. Basically what I say is, it doesn't matter how old someone is, we can still discuss the options. There's normally always like an option. Guarantor has to prepare the documents and also has to come here to sign the loan agreement. So So they have to do the same as the borrower. A little bit different. There's differences. They sign some different documents if they're the guarantor. Just imagine it's the same. So provide the documents when you apply, and they have to come here and sign documents. If people are involved in Thai property, there's no lending options from overseas in their countries. They can't access Thai banks. Then MBK is an option that the costs are there. It's quite straightforward, and it's a good option for people that need finances, want to invest further, or just need finances to support businesses. They can go to MBK. There's a high rate of approval. Sometimes banks used to consider people with work permits, but MBK are an option that accepts all customers and don't have any restrictions on work permits, Thai wives. They're very flexible. There's no minimum income, so it's a lot of customers. It's a good option, and for a lot of customers, it is the only option at the moment. But it's a lot cheaper than other lending options in Thailand.
Correct. I think it's like for some people they probably have shortage. They can consider this way, right? With the loan interest rate, they can get still better than many other like underground or whatever.
Well, exactly, yeah. And there's some countries that when they hear the MBK, I'm from England, so there's some countries that when you hear the MBK interest rate, you think, well, that's quite a high interest rate. Because in England, people were used to paying previously 2 to 3%, even lower. There's other countries that their interest rates are sort of 12% and higher, so they think this is a very good interest rate. And the rates are manageable for most people. Certainly not low, but they're manageable.
Still have many questions, but I think the real life is when you're facing the
situation. Once you've done one case, once you've been through one case, you'll see how you'll understand it a lot easier, and you'll see that it's just like step by step, and it's quite straightforward. But I'm the same. When I was doing this 11 years, but I still have questions about little things.
Thank you for Richard.
Thank you.